How do you know when it's time to change out your electrical receptacle or outlet? Now when you take your cord and you put it in the receptacle and it don't stay in, see how it just falls out? It's time to change it. Especially if you're just using a 2-prong. It's not even nothing holding it. And it's really aggravating when it starts to do that, because when you move the cord around, it just falls out. It can get hot and overheat and arc and cause a fire if it's loose. So it's best to change it out. But first, before I remove the receptacle and work on it, I need to turn the breaker off. And for those of you who don't have a voltmeter, you can do what I'm doing right now. I do have a meter, but I just want to show you this. Turn the breaker off and then the light goes off. It's that simple. Turn the circuit breaker off. Lights off, so the power's off to this receptacle. Now I can work on it. Ran a cord from a different circuit so I could have my light. And I got a little fan going. But this switch is not powered. Alright, now that the power's off, I'll remove the plate. And then the receptacle. Should have little washers holding the screw on. It does. Pull that receptacle out, expose the wires. Thankfully there's plenty of slack. Get the ground wire out of the way. That's the green screw. The bare wire is the ground. There's the ground wire. Okay, now I'm going to remove the wires off of this receptacle. Now this one is back wired, push-in back wired. It's got little springs holding the wire in. And I'm going to show you why this is not good ones to use. Push on that little spring, wire comes out. It's all chewed up. I'll have to redo it. Now here's why this type of wiring is not a good idea. Look at that. See that? It's really loose, and it could start a fire. And they have started fires with this spring back-loaded wiring. There's a back wire that's got a clamp right here. This one don't have it, but there's a clamp, a space here that you push the wire in here and screw the clamp down on it, and that's a good way to wire it. Or the J wire, I call it, which I'm going to be doing. But this, no good. That's the bad one. I'm going to screw in the two screws I'm not using because I don't like them sticking out. I'm going to have to cut these back again. Get some fresh wire on there. Okay, now I'm going to prep these two wires. Insulation off. Bend my little J in there. Now your hot wire goes on the gold, the brass screw. Tighten it really good. Just a little bit more on there. Neutral. Goes on the silver screw. Now you want your wire bend and going with the screw when you tighten it, so it'll stay on. If you do it the other way, the wire will come loose. Put it on like that, and the wire is going to tighten with the screw. And the ground wire, put that back. form it into the outlet box. Make sure the hot wire is not touching anything on this side. Line up your screws that hold it in. Center the screw, or center the receptacle so the plate will fit over it. Put my plate back on. Don't over tighten it or you'll crack the plate. Alright, we'll turn the breaker back on. Recheck the power. Turn the breaker back on. Power's back on. Light should work. There you go. Replace the old wore out receptacle with a new one.